I'm sure you've seen post-it note holders before, and I've made post-it note holders. I promised people that I would make one. But I decided, instead of making the regular post-it note holder for the small size, and well, I don't have a small one with me, but I decided I was going to go with this size. So that means that we have enough space. It goes like this. We have enough space to put a little pocket on the inside, and we also have the ability to make a pen. I don't know if you can see this, but the pen also matches the paper. So I'm going to show you how to do this. It's a very quick project, and we'll go through it as quickly as we can. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to get a piece of paper that is 8.5 inches wide by 5.5 inches tall. You're going to score it at, I wrote this down underneath, I'm sorry. I'm going to score it at 3 7/8, 4 1/4, and 4 5/8. So the score marks are already done, and what we're going to do next is we're going to quickly just fold all of our score marks. Just want to make sure that all of our scores are really well defined. And that's our last one. You can buy these post-it notes and everything that I'm going to be showing you, obviously. It's my place to go. You can find them all at the Dollar Tree. You're going to now go down about 1/3 of the way. I've folded it in the center fold line. You're going to go down about 1/3 of the way, and you're going to snip to the score line. You're going to go from the one that you're folded on to the one that you can see, because you're folded on the center, so you only will see one score line. And I did maybe, I don't know, 1/2 inch, maybe a little bit more than that on my score. Okay? Next thing you're going to do is you're going to take some tear tape or some red line tape. You want it to be a good, strong adhesive. It can't be something that's going to be wimpy, because this has to hold up over time. So you really want to make sure that you burnish it down, and that you only go to your cut line for your pen, because that's our pen holder. Those little notches, if you didn't figure that out, that's our pen holder for our notches for our pen holder. You're going to remove your cover paper, whatever you call this stuff. Sticky tape paper. I don't know what we call it. We're going to just call it something. We'll make something up. And then after you've removed that, you want to fold it on the back line. So you're going to take your whole front and fold it down to the very last line. So you should be able to see when you fold it down, you should be able to see 1, 2 score lines, because you've folded it on your 3rd one. Then what you're going to do is you're going to fold it back on the center fold line. And make sure that that fold is a clean fold. Then you're going to stick your finger in there, and you're going to pop out, if my finger will pop it, you're going to pop out your pen holder. And then you're going to take your very first fold line, and you're going to fold it really well on that one, so that your post-it note holder is ready to go. The next thing we're going to do, which is really going to be quick and easy, is we're going to decorate it. I've already cut my papers to match, and the paper sizes are 5 1/4 for the outside. You know I put all this in the notes. It's just a matter of me telling you, because I like to make sure that I tell you in case you want to play along with me. You want to do 5 1/4 by 3 1/2 for the front and the back. And if you remember, I like to turn everything sideways when I figure out if it's centered. That way I can see 3 sides. And I know if the other 3 sides are centered, then the last one will be centered too. And I'm only using snail adhesive from Stampin' Up! For for my outside papers. I think that they will hold up to this test of time. Oh, the other thing I want to make sure is, make sure when you're cutting this that you cut it in the right direction. And by that I mean, in the inside, I'm going to make a pocket. So in the inside, I need my butterflies, sorry, I need my butterflies to go this way because my pocket is going to be that way. On the front and back, I need my butterflies to go up and down. So you have to make sure when you're cutting, and this always screws me up, but you have to make sure when you're doing your cutting that you're making sure that your butterflies go in the right direction. Okay, there's my butterflies. Now we're going to do our pocket. Now you could do your pocket a lot of ways. I'm just going to do really close to the edge with some snail. I probably should do something else with it, but for expediency's sake. And then, because I tell you how to do things and I always do it wrong, I put it on backwards, or I put it on the top instead of the bottom. So how can I fix that? I think I'm going to go without a pocket, or I'll just fake like this is my pocket. You're just going to put your pocket on your front like that. And that way you have a pocket. And you'll be able to shove things down in it. So then on to this part, remember, because of the size of these Post-it notes and because they flip this way, our Post-it note holder is going to be horizontal instead of vertical. So I already put a couple lines of tear tape on the back of this just to give it a little bit of sturdy backing. And then we're going to just center it, but we're going to put it pretty close to the top. Sorry if my head's in the way. I'm going to put it kind of close to the top. That way it stays in place better. Then here's how you do your pen. Now I've only done this once, so if I screw it up, you'll have to pardon me. Here's what you do. You're going to ignore hearing me unscrew that with my teeth. You're going to take your ink, what do you call that? Ink cartridge? I don't know what we'll call it. You're going to take your ink out. You're going to kind of fold it. I was going to score it, but I was afraid it would have a really big crease line. So I'm going to kind of fold it. I'm going to try and make the paper bend without having a crease. And this is the easiest way that I found to do it. You don't want your paper to bend as you're pushing it in. So what I did was I used my pen as the part that was going to help me guide it in. And then I just slid it in, again using that pen to push it in so that you're not bending your paper. And that way all we have to do is, we don't really need to get the paper any further than right there. Okay? So once you get your pen in, which my pen is in all the way, then you can snip it off. And I snip it pretty close to that plastic end. The plastic end still is sticking out because I'm going to screw this on. And you know the tricky part for me anytime I'm doing anything is actually screwing the thing on. Come on, I'm going to have to take a little more paper off. I probably should have measured the paper so I could tell you exactly how long to make your paper, but I was afraid if you used a different pen, you know, that you're going to be right around 1/2 of an inch in your width of your paper. Do a little bit more than 1/2 an inch, just a little bit, maybe 1/16 of an inch. And mine twists a little bit, but that's okay, I can mess with it later. You see how now it matches? And if I can find the lid, we can put it on and be done. There it is. It was right in front of me. We just slide it in. The other thing you want to keep in mind, and this is something, oh, popped it back in. The other thing you're going to want to keep in mind, and I didn't think about this the 2 times that I've done this, is that when you're putting this in, you're going to have to account for the this part because it's thicker. So you want to have this notch a little bit further down. I would probably put it more halfway down so that your pen can slide in more than it is. Mine is pretty close to being correct, but it could be a little bit further down. So there you have it. You have a Post-it note holder with big Post-it notes, and it has a pen with it that matches. And what did that take us? Maybe 5 minutes? I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you give it a thumbs up. Dollar Tree is where you're going to get the pens and the sticky notes, and it looks just like this. You get 100 sheets for $1. It's a good deal. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, tell your friends, Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram about my channel. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.